once again.
Yes, here we are. Well, this is kind of a cool one that we got today, Dad. What is it?
You know, this one, I'm going to apologize first. It's probably slightly long in the tooth from when I first picked it up.
Yeah, that's true.
We were working through those IPAs, but today we have the Saison Du Buff, the 2012. That was put out by Stone,
it came out of Stone.
And someone can correct if we're wrong, but pretty sure this is the Stone version of it. Yep, Stone Brewing Company right on the top. Saison Du Buff. But that's the collaboration, if you're not familiar with it, between Victory Stone and Dogfish Head.
Yeah, I like this. It says collaboration, a celebration of community and culture of craft brewing. And they have the funniest thing back here on this, but a pretty funny one. It says, let's see here. This here rebrew of the exquisite exotic, very tasty but not neurotic, and interesting symbiotic combination of this herbaceous biotic. Buff, as a refreshing reminder, is an acronym for Brewers United for Freedom and Flavor. That's kind of cool. Brewers United for Freedom and Flavor.
It says buff. So,
well,
maybe, you know, then you get older.
I'm getting close. Not too buff yet.
Well,
but
I say,
you want me to crack this?
Get cracking.
Let's get cracking on this.
Yeah, and you gotta remember this one is brewed with parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. You know, so very poetic. But that's a lot of herbaceousness.
Yeah, definitely.
No question about that. Well, I've got quite the nice head on mine.
Let's see, are we getting close?
Yep, we're right. We're pretty good. So, this is actually very clear effervescence. We have bubbles rising up.
Some herbaceousness.
Yeah.
Holy smokes!
But this is a light straw, like a straw, the golden color, very bright.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
Very clear.
Mine is slightly clearer than yours, which means a little bit of funk caught into yours.
Oh yeah, I don't mind a little funk in mine.
Not surprising for a Saison.
Yeah, it's definitely got some haze going on here from the funk, but it's definitely clearing up at the bottom.
But the head subsiding a little, very white head.
Very white.
Creamy
this
white
is like
head.
a two-finger head almost.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, woo! There's some herb in that baby.
Boy, but it was interesting because I got hit with these herbs and then this sweetness, almost like a honey right off the top.
For some reason, I smelled like a basil in there. But I definitely see the sage and the rosemary.
Yeah, well, the rosemary to me is really speaking to me there. Well, my wife has an herb garden, so I can smell the thyme in it because we do grow thyme. And we grow sage. Actually, we have this wonderful sage in the backyard. It's pineapple sage. Amazing.
Sounds pretty good.
So, yeah, this nice sweetness.
Didn't you get a chocolate mint or something like that too?
We do. We have, he's talking about in our garden.
Yes, in the garden.
We have a
Did you think that there's a chocolate mint in this?
Yes, and it's actually
Intriguing.
very tasty. I was thinking we should brew with it, actually.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, it would be really cool. Wow, has some nice sweet flavors. You almost got like a little bit of pilsner sweetness, like a German sweet scent.
I get some lemon in there again.
Do you?
I do. But there's a lot of herbs.
Yeah, a lot of herbs. I'm not gonna say spicy, but very herbal.
It's a subtle Saison smell to me. I mean, it's not as weedy as I would expect.
Yeah, most of them getting like sweet herbs.
Yeah,
sweet herbs. That's what I'm getting.
Semi-earthy though, some spiciness. But other than that, it's kind of. I'm gonna have to get a nose. I'm just gonna get a tongue on this.
That's right.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh.
That's very interesting.
Wow.
There's no missing the herbs in this. And it's the rosemary is probably a little more dominant for me of all of them still, but I'm getting some of the thyme and the sage. The parsley doesn't really come through.
I get some bitterness. Definitely a lot of bitterness on the end of that.
Yeah, absolutely ends with a bitterness.
It's a little hoppy, maybe a little funky. I don't know how to explain that one.
You get the spices with sweetness, and then the spices come back, and then it moves into kind of a...
I get a slight rosemary in there.
An herbal
some thyme.
bitterness.
Maybe that's the thyme that's giving me the bitterness at the end. I don't know.
That's like an herbal bitterness at the end.
Some parsley, actually. Yeah, I can slightly taste the parsley. But, I mean, parsley doesn't have too much taste, but you can kind of taste the subtle tones of it. I like the hops. Actually, all these spices just kind of blend together to give it just a little bit of something fun.
You know, it kind of works. I mean, it's an interesting flavor, and it kind of works. It's a very, very creative beer. And while for me it's pleasurable to drink, that bitterness at the end kind of throws me off.
Yeah, it is throwing me off a little bit because it has a little bit of sweetness at the beginning. Yeah, that's the weird thing.
So, at any rate, I think I'm ready to rate this. I mean, you know, we've had some farmhouse ales. Had another one recently, the Colette by Great Divide. This just, to me, does not reach to that level at all. No. It just doesn't go there. And I've seen some high ratings for it. So for a Saison, it's a unique Saison. I'm going to give them some credit for it.
Yeah.
But in all reality, that aftertaste just doesn't work for me. So,
yeah,
you know, but it's a fun beer to try. I'm going to put it down at an 84, actually, I think, for Saison myself.
You're right on target with me. Because of that bitterness, and it's enjoyable to drink, and then it hits the bitterness at the end, and just doesn't end on a good note, and you can't really put it in the great scale. So I'm gonna, I think I'm right there with you, an 84.
Yeah, it's a high on the good scale.
Yeah, it's high on the good. I mean, it's definitely a must try. You gotta try this.
Yeah,
it's a cool beer. But yeah. I wasn't too
now
impressed.
for overall, this is where I, in many senses, get more critical, and things can jump up or jump down because now I'm rating on just what I personally like, not by a category. Yeah, I would try it if one of them made it again, but I wouldn't buy another one from the season. And so now I'm dropping all the way down to a 78 for my overall.
Well, you're right on target again. I'm giving it a 79. It's definitely one I'm not going to buy again, but obviously it's one that you need to try every year when they come out with. You know, you get your single bottle. It's always going to be different. It's always going to be fun.
So anyway, folks... I'm Kevin.
I'm Christian.
We're Clement's Homebrew.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.